Spring is finally here, and the snowmelt is in full swing. For anglers, that means one thing. Rivers everywhere are blown out. They're running fast, high, and muddy. It's not exactly ideal for fly fishing. But when the rivers are raging, there's another option, one that a lot of people overlook, especially fly fishermen, and that's lakes. In the spring, lakes are full of life. They're oxygen rich, packed with food, and the trout, well, they've been stuck under a layer of ice for 4 to 5 months, and they are absolutely on the hunt. This isn't the kind of fishing where you're drifting tiny flies and waiting for a subtle take. Today, we're going big. Big flies, big casts, and big fish. I'm throwing the largest streamer I have ever tied on to the end of my rod. These flies are designed to mimic the lake's most tempting meals. In this body of water, those are two things, perch and crawdads. As the water warms up, the crawdads come out and the bait fish move to forage. These flies mimic those prey, move water, draw attention, and provoke the kind of strikes that'll get your heart absolutely racing. When a trout decides to eat, they don't hold back, and that's what makes this style of fishing so much fun, especially with a streamer of this size. Spring lake fishing isn't just an alternative to blown out rivers, it's an adventure all on its own. The scenery, the strikes, the fish, it's everything you could want in a day on the water. And today, we're doing it with the biggest streamer I could possibly find. Now let's get casting. This right here is what most trout fishermen would call a big ass fly. And today we're going to be fly fishing this awesome lake to see how big of a trout we can catch on this massive fly. The fish are only going to get bigger, but we got to see how big of a trout we can get to commit to this close to 9-inch streamer.
Oh, no way. No way. We're hooked up. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's that big. Oh my goodness. Come here, buddy. Okay. Grab a net. Come here, buddy. Come here. Let's freaking go. That actually was like my 4th or 5th cast. A lot quicker than I expected, if I'm being honest. All right, let's show them off on the main cam real quick. All right, guys, check this fish out. Not the size I thought we were gonna be catching on that fly, but a gorgeous, probably 15 and a half inch brown. It's crazy that that size fish will eat a fly that big. Awesome fish, awesome fight. Let's get this beautiful fish back in the water. See you, buddy. Bloop. There he goes. Let's freaking go. There are big browns, big rainbows, and even larger lake trout in this lake, all of which would love to eat this fly. Look at that. That actually looks really good. Wait for that line to sink. Then we'll bring it back just under the surface. Hunk 'em snag. Oh no, that's a fish. Dude, that's a fish. Oh my gosh. Definitely bigger than the last one, I would say. All right, got her in the net. Let's pop that hook out. All right, hook's out. Let's show this awesome fish off. All right, guys, another awesome brown here. Come here, girl. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. That same size, about 15 inches or so. Not a giant. I can't believe fish this size will eat that giant of a streamer. I guess they're just hungry in the springtime, man. Let's get that beautiful trout back in the water. As long as we can get it out there, we should be okay. Good Lord, that thing just looks, it looks giant in the water, but it also looks somehow like really good. Like it looks really good in the water. All right. Wait for that line to sink. Let's get a good retrieve on this guy. Good retrieve. Oh, that feels better. That feels a lot better. Oh my gosh. This is the biggest one so far. Oh my goodness, that's a good fish. Calm down, buddy. I know. I'm gonna get wet. I don't care. That's a big fish. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That's a nice fish. Guys, check out this fish. Look at that. Oh, giant streamer right in the corner of the mouth. That's a tank. Probably 18 inches. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Mouth full of that streamer. Let's pop that out real quick. He wanted it too. Boom, pops right out. Let's get one last look. Gorgeous, gorgeous brown trout, guys. Holy smokes. All right, let's get that beautiful fish back in the water. Absolute tank
of a brown trout, and this streamer is performing way better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be way too big for these fish. They're not gonna be interested, but something about the time of the year or the temperature of the water, these fish are absolutely crushing it. That was an awesome brown. You could tell that he's definitely been eating, super aggressive. He definitely had a couple perch or crawdads in his stomach, and he was a fat, healthy trout. Not a giant, but a really, really solid brown. We're gonna get back out there and keep casting because we're having an absolute day, and we've only been here for about 30 minutes already, so we're gonna keep casting, see what we can make happen. The brown trout are only sitting maybe like 10 yards off the shore. So by the time my line sinks and I get it down to them, it's kind of right in that sweet spot. And like right there is where, is right where they're hitting it. And they're just loaded up here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there is a lot of fish right here right now. There's a lot of fish right here right now. I'll get it to dive down a little bit. There we go. Oh, nice fish. I don't think it's quite as big as the last one, but it's a good trout. Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay. All right, we got him. Pop that hook out. Hook's out. All right, show him off to the main cam here. Another beautiful trout here. Not quite as big as the last one, but still, you know, gorgeous 16-inch brown. We're just slaying them, crushing them today. Let's get her released and get back out there and keep casting. Gorgeous fish. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. Another awesome brown trout on this giant streamer. I mean, it is massive. Massive streamer. Definitely the biggest streamer I've ever thrown. And the fish we're catching aren't overly giant, which is very comforting, because if we were to get a big fish to come in, then I'm pretty confident that he will be very aggressive, but we're just absolutely crushing it. The fish are so aggressive. The ice on this lake just broke off, like within the past week. All the rivers are starting to flood due to snow melt and runoff, and that's bringing in a bunch of fresh food to these trout that have been trapped under like 2.5 to 3 feet of ice for 4 or 5 months, and they're just turning on, eating absolutely everything. So we're gonna take advantage of that while we can. Get back out there and keep casting. I threw this streamer around for another 20 to 30 minutes, and it's almost like clockwork this time of year. The wind picks up right at noon, and the lake went from glass calm to completely white capped in a matter of legitimately like 5 minutes. So took a few more casts. The fly just wasn't sinking properly, so we decided to call it for the day and hit it strong early the next morning. The lake is looking absolutely beautiful this morning. As you guys can tell, it is absolutely flat calm. There's fish already hitting down there, and we're gonna see if we can't catch a true giant today on our streamer. We got the numbers yesterday, caught some nice fish, not quite the giant that this lake can produce. So we're going to do our best to try to land a true giant today. Less about the numbers, more about just absolute quality and beauty. Let's get down there and get casting. Same thing as yesterday, letting the lines sink all the way down. And there's a little drop off out here where you can kind of see the bank. It kind of stair steps down. And so imagine that is just still happening in the water, and we're just fishing that next big drop off like right here. And those browns love to stack up in that spot, and the fly is getting pretty high at first, but the sinking line brings it nice and low right where you want it, right there. Yep. Oh my god, I had him. No way, dude. I knew he was there. All right, come on, we can get one. That was a nice fish too. Day 2 was supposed to be all about catching giant trout. The only unfortunate part is that you can't really control the size of fish that eat your streamer, even when fishing with a streamer this size. We caught a handful of really nice fish. They fought hard, but nothing to write home about. You guys know what we had to do. We had to come out for another day to make sure we caught a giant brown on this streamer. And day 3, we finally made it happen. Day number 3. I expect some pretty good fishing. We've had some pretty stable morning weather the past 3 days. A nice little storm move in through last night with some lowering pressure today throughout the day. So these fish should have no problem pushing shallow to feed. Day number 3 started out pretty similar to day number 2. The size was a little bit better, but still nothing giant. The bite was starting to pick up a little later in the day, and we finally hooked up with a couple nice fish.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, that's a good fish. That might be it. Dude, that's a nice fish. Dude, that's a nice fish. Come on, buddy. Oh my gosh. That's definitely the biggest so far. Dude, that thing looks so sweet under the water. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Finally hooked up on what I think is the biggest fish that we have hooked so far in this challenge. All right, let's try to get him in. Oh, he's not done. Come on, buddy. All right, he's getting tired now. I know. Get in here. Get in the net. We got him. Woo! Let's go. Dude, that's a nice brown. Not a giant, but that's a good fish. I don't care who you are, that's a good fish. Definitely the biggest we've got so far. Munching on something. Just a chubby, probably 18-inch fish, I think, but just fat. I mean, she's got a belly on her. Just munching perch or minnows or something. Beautiful brown trout. Man, finally able to land a gorgeous, a little bit bigger trout. Just healthy. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's get this awesome brown back in the water. Kind of been the curse of 17 inches the past couple days. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's some great brown trout, great average size, but just haven't been able to break that 18-inch point. I think that fish finally did it, and boy, does it feel good. The fish in here are just so aggressive this time of year, trapped under that layer of ice. As soon as it comes off, the crawdads come out, the hatchery is stocking a bunch of fingerlings, and these browns push shallow onto these drop-offs and just absolutely binge feed. They get really fat really fast, and then they tend to push up the rivers and creeks a little bit when the water is a bit higher in the rivers. We're catching them right on the tail end of that aggression and feeding window, and this can be one of the best times of year to catch a big brown trout. I wouldn't call that a trophy, but definitely I'd call that a big brown trout. Fun to just come out here and target those fish. But if you guys haven't done this, make sure to get outside, go to your local lake and try this before those fish push up the creek, push up the rivers, go shallower. But we're having an absolute blast. We're gonna see if we can't break that 18.5-inch with a 19 plus. So we're gonna keep casting. Trying close to the bank on this one. All right. Oh my gosh. He smoked it right on the bank. Dude. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. He is just kind of floating in though. He's not really fighting. Dude, that's a good fish. I don't know if he knows he's hooked. I think we can net him right now. This might be a bad idea to not get his energy out. We got him. Ooh. Dude, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous brown, dude. Oh my gosh. I need a main cam. Putting you guys in the water, I don't even care. Look at this fish, dude. Biggest one of the day. Look at that beast, dude. That's a beautiful brown. That's gonna be our biggest of the day. That's pushing 20 inches all day long, guys. That is a beast of a brown trout. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Streaming right in the corner of the mouth, right where you want it. Wow. This is why we came out here. This is why I decided to tie on that giant streamer. That made my day and made this video. You guys got to smash a like for that fish. Let's get this beautiful brown back in the water. Let's freaking go. That's why we came out here. Oh, not a giant, but I would consider that a awesome big brown trout. Wow. Whew, I'm shaking. I knew if we just catch fishing, we'd be able to get on a couple nicer browns. That fish was more than I could ever ask for. The browns in the lake are so aggressive, fight so hard. It's just so much fun. I highly recommend you guys get out here on your home bodies of water and give this technique a try. You will not be disappointed, that's for sure. What we've determined from this video is that trout, particularly brown trout, when they are very aggressive, that are almost half their total length very readily. Now, I don't know if it was just the time of year, the fact that it's brown trout, or, you know, whatever. You guys can comment down below what you thought. But personally, I was surprised by the amount of fish we were able to catch on a streamer that large. I highly recommend you guys give it a shot. I'm sure that you'll be able to catch some bigger trout with it too, as long as you guys put in the time or have the right spot. I guarantee you, if I threw that lure in this lake religiously, I could catch giant brown trout, giant lake trout. And to be honest, I might continue to do that. So you guys will have to just stay tuned. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to click that like and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you guys never miss an upload. If you guys want to see me catch some giant trout on some tiny flies, click up here. If you guys want to watch a video that YouTube thinks you like, click over here. I'm Gibby from Cutthroat Casters, the #1 channel on YouTube for fly fishing and ice fishing content that's not only educational, but entertaining for you guys at home to enjoy. I hope to see you guys out in the water. Until next time, keep freaking casting.